13 players down to 1. And at the end,
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Well, a chance to check out some stats for C.J. McCollum.
Here we go. And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at center. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet. He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Lillard attacking, and they pick up 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Jackson, following the score by Damian Lillard, and the dunk by Batum.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Lillard with no one around, and he overshot that one, missing.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's McCollum. He had 22 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Jackson. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. And good that time. Second bucket of the night.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Simons. Paul George with the steal. To the middle, and it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
To the inside, stolen by Zubac. And George, here we go, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Simons, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Nurkic with the block. Poked away. Rondo with the steal. He's got a clear path. Here's Kennard. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. To the left wing. Pass to Kennard. Down low. Here's Patterson. Nurkic with the block. Here's Simons. The teardrop falls in.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Lillard against Rondo. Pass to Morris. Now Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Man passes to Patterson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Kicks it to Lillard. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
Here's Powell after the basket by Los Angeles. And the pass to Simons. 5 on the clock. Here's Covington. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
This game, it's
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Anthony out there with Little. Then there's McCollum. Outside Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Stolen by McCollum. Dishes it to Anthony. Little with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Anthony against Kennard. Kanter, the pass to Carmelo. The rebound by Patterson.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And that one is good.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the inside. Here's Kennard. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Moving it up. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. The feed to Patterson. Inside. And he dunks it down.
Exploding to the rim. Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
And here's McCollum for 3. Kept alive.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Rondo on top. He's guarded by McCollum. To the middle. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rondo. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Quick look from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
McCollum against Rondo. Shot from the wing. Here's Cantor. Out to Anthony. McCollum passes to Cantor. Clock at 6. A second chance effort. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Cantor's got 10 points in the game.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Patterson can't get it to go.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here's Nurkic. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
A physical big, Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson looking it over. And it's sent back by Lillard. And he's able to get it back. Basket good. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back from the first. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points. And Kenny.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Nurkic finds Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Lillard. The 19-foot shot. And Portland again with the bucket.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
Jackson passes to Zubac. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard attacking. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here is George. The 15-footer again, Los Angeles.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
McCollum outside. 90 seconds now into the second half. And Portland again with the bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
Cullen passes to Lillard. To the paint. Kicks it out to McCollum. And here's Covington from the arc. Feeds it to McCollum. Stolen by Zubac. Nurkic with the steal. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from McCollum.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. Jackson dishes to Batum. Shoots over Covington. Zubac kicks to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and the dunk by Zubac.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 10. For the tie. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. It's deflected. Stolen by McCollum. And here's the fast break. And finished off by Nurkic.
Ever the opportunist, McCollum probing for a weakness, finds one and exploits it.
George up top. He is guarded by McCollum. George passes to Zubac. And he gets the bucket. Zubac has got 10.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Jackson against Lillard. Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
You can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
George against McCollum. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson finds Zubac. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Damian Lillard.
The playmaking of Reggie, a work in progress, but looking good right there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Kanter. He's got 10, and the shot goes in. And 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Here's Zubac. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 11. That one drops for him.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Rondo kicks to Morris. Over Anthony. Here's Rondo. Excellent D from Kanter. Little passes to Kanter. For the lead, a nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. Here's Zubac. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Trailblazers lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And the basket by Oturu.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. McCollum against Kennard. Tries again. Here's Cantor. That's tipped. Here's Coffey. Defended by Jones. Oturu, the second chance points on the tip in. And the Clippers lead by 3.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's McCollum. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Outside Rondo. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here is George. T right on him. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Defended by George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Right side Jackson. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Anthony on the wing. There's the dish to Cantor. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the toughness of Cantor? Outstanding at keeping his composure and just finding a way to capitalize.
That one drops. He ties it up. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
To the inside. Stolen by McCollum.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
Covington with the bucket.
Big-time hoop from Covington. He's had to earn everything he's gotten in his NBA career.
George looking over the floor. Down low. Outside for Batum. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. And that one drops for him.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Pop. Inside. And the rejection by Zubac. And George, here we go. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard against Jackson. Cantor trying to free himself up. Good work there as it goes.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Jackson down low. Covered by Lillard. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. In the corner Powell with it. Pass to Anthony. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And George, here we go. It's good!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Batum against Lillard. Anthony. Yes!
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Jackson against Lillard. At the tip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they still have a foul to give at this point. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Seven seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lillard from outside. Can't knock in the three.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Enes Kanter.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
And yes, the officials want to review the shot. They initially thought he didn't get it off in time, but it was awfully tough to tell. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close.
I'm a locker.
Up next, the man. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Notes. DA, it's...
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for C.J. McCollum.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here's Doncic. Can't hit from in close.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And, Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis, gliding in for the finish.
Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Now, here's Doncic. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Dallas moving it around. Back to Doncic. Powell with the steal. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Well, you can see Covington's speed and transition opportunities. That was a nice job getting out in front.
Richardson left side. Pass to Kleba. Back to Richardson. Covington with the steal. Lillard the pass to Covington. Lillard surveying the D. Passes it to McCollum. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. And there's the pass to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project him to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's Nurkic after Luka Doncic's bucket. That's a 2 from Powell. Porzingis with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Count it. Good. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Pass to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Over to the left wing. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. It's not going to go for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Nurkic. And here's McCollum. Wide open look. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll... Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Out to Hardaway. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Jones. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Was shot by Redick. No good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Anthony, the pass to Canner. Dishes it to Jones. Back to Canner. Pass to Simons. Now Anthony. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Outside Anthony. Over Cauley-Stein. They get it again. Now the Mavericks with it. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
It's Jones on the wing. Takes a 3. Out to Anthony. McCollum outside. Passes it to Jones. Feeds it to Cantor. Back to Jones. A 3-ball. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 6th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Simons surveying the D. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And it's in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Covington with the steal. Now here's Little. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Richardson. And the pass to Porzingis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Little passes to Nurkic. Lillard outside. It's tipped. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Little. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Covington into the lane. Over Kleba. They get it back. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Powell against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
And so it's tied as we head. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter from the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Hit his foot, and it's whistled a kick. Kleba, the pass to Richardson. Back to Kleba. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
You've got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
It's Powell on the wing. Outside, Covington. He feeds it to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Richardson against McCollum. Doncic left side. To the inside. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Runs in the pass to Powell. Redick is in the corner. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Here's Jones, out to Anthony. McCollum passes to Jones. McCollum dishes to Cantor, goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And there it is for him. Cauley-Stein's got his first points of the night.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
McCollum outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Mavericks trail by 3. Hardaway finds Reddick. Brunson with it. Now here's Reddick. He's guarded by McCollum to the middle. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And Cantor now top the key. McCollum up top. To the wing on the left. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. The shot's good from Cantor.
Well, looking very confident, and his Cantor off the catch and shoot. That's nice.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Reddick surveying the D. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Cauley Stein.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. A shot by Anthony, no good. Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Out to Hardaway. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Back to McCollum. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 6 seconds left to play in the third. 3 seconds left, and Lillard throws it down.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Here's Porzingis, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazer. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with it.
Hey, it's all about physics.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the Mavericks call time here. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. After you guys.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Portland leading. Simons the pass to Little. Here's Simons, guarded by Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Down low. Here's Kleber. Left side Hardaway. A 3 from Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss. Here's the break. Passes it to Simons. Now here's Cantor. Anthony on the wing. Simons the pass to Cantor. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Powell, the pass to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard, takes the 12-footer and hits. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
He dishes it to Powell. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. 6 to shoot. From about 16, connects, the jumper drops. Now it's a 7-point Portland lead.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here's Porzingis, and Covington sends it back. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The feed now to Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Richardson, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard outside. Powell for 3. Covington. It's good on the putback.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Here's Doncic. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, just it's easy to say, this guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Covington kicks to McCollum.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis at the elbow. Back to Doncic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Cantor checked in for Portland. That free throw good from Doncic. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's Powell on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And stolen by Richardson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum against Doncic. McCollum passes to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So the Trailblazers win it. A solid win on the road for them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
A lot of you have been challenging 2K TV, and if you think you're competitive, you have no idea what you're in for.
That's for sure, because lately the 2K TV team has been tearing it up in the rec. Here's a look at what you're up against.
Let's start with play one. Blake to the bucket.
Over the land of the...
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on... And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Damian Lillard.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Denver, Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at the 1.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
It's Powell on the wing. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Jokic against Nurkic. Back to Murray. Floats it up for Jokic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. We should see a lot of three-point attempts tonight. You played with some of the great shooters in your career, Chris. How would some of them fare in this three-point era?
Oh, man, I mean, you talk about it. Crazy Stojakovich won the three-point championship. Chris Mullin, he was an awesome three-point shooter. My man Bobby Jackson, he would let it fly. Tracy Murray, oh, my goodness. Tim Legler. They would let it fly. So I was blessed to play with some great three-point shooters. What's up, fellas? I'd pick any of them in a three-point contest.
Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And here are the Trailblazers now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Nurkic kicks to Powell.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Cullen passes to Nurkic, and he gets it to go.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The pass to Porter. To the paint, Covington with the steal. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Now here's Murray. A 23-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. This one for 3. He's off on that one.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
From the high post. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Murray against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Murray against Lillard. Down low, Covington with the steal. And it's McCollum in the corner. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Murray against Lillard. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Skilled at utilizing the pick and roll to his advantage. Nurkic moves very well in these sets.
Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now, here's Lillard. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
Oh, he plays with so much heart. McCollum, I mean, is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
Here's Murray following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Jokic passes to Gordon, and he banks in the layup.
He's got some pep in this stuff tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and Lillard kicks to Powell. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Now Murray. And Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Denver on top, up 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
There's the dish to Millsap. To the middle. Here's McGee. And he gets the whistle, 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Simons the pass to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves it.
McGee bounce pass. Here's Millsap. Excellent D there from Anthony.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Here's Simons.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Little dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Jones drives in, stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Floats it up for Millsap. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Little. McGee with the block. And they get it back. Pass to Jones. And Jones slams it home.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Kicks it to Green. Well, it is a long season, we know that, and the All-Star break provides Greg some respite, but how do you keep your body fresh as we're heading down the stretch here?
Kevin, you got to listen to the training staff. I mean, first and foremost, teams are getting more advanced, measuring when players are wearing down and trying to protect them. All the tools are there, but you've got to take advantage. And the other thing is mentally, you've got to be fresh. It's not just about your body being fresh. So sometimes you need to be able to shut the brain down in terms of the game and get your focus elsewhere.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. With his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
Murray surveying the D. That shot, no good. Good D by Covington. Here's Nurkic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Gordon kicks to Murray. Back to Gordon. Over McCollum. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Porter's checked in for Denver. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor. And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Floats it up for Jokic. An emphatic LU jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Nurkic the pass to Powell. Jokic with the steal. Here's the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Powell, no one around him. Offline with his three. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Porter. And Porter putting it right back in. And it's a 7-point Denver lead.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
He wasn't playing. He was
That was incredible.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that's a wrap.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. Outside, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Powell finds Nurkic. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Nuggets running again. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Gordon's got the lead up to 10 now for Denver.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
It's Covington on the wing. Passes it to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Here's Barton. Back to Jokic. There's the triple. They get it back. Right side, Gordon. Floats it up for Jokic.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard with it. He's got 9. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for Norman Powell. Here's Millsap. Here's McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for him.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
McCollum right side. And here's McGee. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Millsap passes to McGee. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Kanzer finds McCollum. The wide open shot by Little. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now, that's a staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Clark outside. Back to Millsap. Up and in on the layup. Millsap's got his second basket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
McCollum feeling it out a bit from the arc. Rebounded by McGee.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but this off night has definitely been one factor here.
1:37 left to play in the third. And it's McGee with the jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
McCollum right side. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. To the inside. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Campazzo, McGee trying to break free. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. A 12-point game. Next game for him, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. To the right side. Millsap finds Green. Now McGee. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And they're moving it up. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to McGee. It's good. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Murray, the pass to Jokic. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. It's Covington on the wing. The pass to Lillard for the three. He scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that gun.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Oh, Porter in position. Offensive rebound.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Covington kicks to Lillard. Pass to Simons. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Murray. Fires from deep. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard with it, outguarded by Murray. Nurkic trying to get open. Covington's shot is off.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
It's Powell on the wing and stolen by Gordon. Wide open look here for Murray. It's good from long range. And now it's a 12-point Nugget lead. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Outside, Covington. McCollum outside. Back to Covington. McCollum outside. Feeds to Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And it's McGee with the jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. On the wing, Jones. Back to McCollum. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Denver.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Pass to McCollum. From deep three-point range, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
And here are the Trailblazers, trailing by 10. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. The layup off target. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
Let's roll to play number 2. I see Brian playing some defense. Can he get a stop? Yikes. All that stumbling from a behind-the-back dribble? And he gave up a green jumper? Maybe our My Team correspondent should stick to my team.
Someone show me play 3. I'm stuck.
The bustling city of Portland, and we've got time.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for C.J. McCollum.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. He hits both from the stripe. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
Here's George. Portland making their last shot.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
Jackson against Lillard. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Lillard throws it down.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard's showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Zubac against Lillard. Zubac in the post. Some solid defense from Lillard. For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Jackson kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Covington down low. Defended by Batum.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
And George with the stuff.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Lillard outside. The feed to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic in the post. Working on Zubac. Nurkic can't hit. Leonard on the wing. From 17 feet out. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And it's the Clippers' ball. Nobody near George. And it's George again missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And here is Los Angeles now. Portland making their last shot. Zubac kicks to Jackson. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. And it's Zubac laying it in.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Lillard against Jackson. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
George, that's a 2-pointer. The shot comes out. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
George against McCollum. And George gets it to go.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Kanter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Here's Patterson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Simons after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Powell dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Cantor on full display that time.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Powell. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Cantor, the pass to Carmelo. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. The shot's good from Cantor.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Mann passes to Morris. Kennard, the bounce pass. Stolen by Cantor. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. The shot's good. Jones has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Right side, Rondo. It's picked off. Pass to Powell. That one wide left. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Rondo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Clippers miss again.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nurkic kicks to Covington. Lillard against George. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. McCollum against Jackson. Nurkic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Now the pass to Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Yes, that goes in. Trailblazers leading by 6. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Covington finds Lillard. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Here's George. Banked in off the glass. 10 points for him.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard against Jackson. Nurkic in the post. McCollum outside. Little dishes to Nurkic. And contact. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original, and we've reached halftime in this one. Trailblazers lead by...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's a wrap.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Paul George really making a difference here.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Batum inside the three-point line. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Trailblazers leading by 9. Nurkic finds Covington. Leonard against Lillard. Stolen by Zubats. Now here's George. He's tightly guarded.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the dunk by Covington.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Passes it to Powell. Inside. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
George against McCollum. Cantor, high post. Leonard brings the double team. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
McCollum against George. It's Anthony with the drive. And a wide open look for McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubats.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Leonard. Outside for George. Lets it go from deep. Zubats the pass to George. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. This is his first trip to the line tonight. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in, and that one misses.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
A nice shot by Simons.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
To the paint. Morris against Anthony. Out to Morris. And they call the foul, so a chance. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them. And what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Now Lillard. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's George. Can't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
Out to the wing. Back to George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First free throw is good.
Think about Paul George in his 2nd year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lillard with it. 5 to shoot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Pass to Powell. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George looking around. Lays it up off the glass. 14 points for George.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love him.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Outside, George knocks down the three ball. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
George against Lillard. Rebounded by Covington.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 9. Oh, Morris in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Jones. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now here's Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Launches it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. .115 left here in the fourth quarter. Rondo passes to George. Takes it out to Leonard. Back to George. Launches a three. Hands it from downtown. Now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Lillard surveying the D. From outside the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that three was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
George against McCollum. George, no good. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Lillard fires away from way outside. Another shot. Rondo with the steal.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Batum passes to Zubac. And Batum kicks to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
All right. Just a little bit of an early April Fool's joke. That was actually our blooper reel.
Should we keep the fans guessing or should we show them the real highlights?
Now that their guard's down, Alexis, let's show them what our team can really do. Check it out.
Yeah, 2K TV in the house.
All right, let's see. Missed free throw, great rebound from John, and great outlet pass from.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And here we can check out the story for Luka Doncic.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Shot clock at 5, and stolen by Richardson. Here's Doncic, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession, and Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in. The Blazers on offense. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Lillard looking around. There's the feed to Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal.
It's an awkward pass to try to make on the interior.
Here's Finney-Smith, and the layup's good off the glass.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Richardson against Jones. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Back to Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Over to the left wing. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got his second bucket tonight.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. And here is Powell after J.J. Redick hit the 3. Anthony, they grabbed their own miss. Pass to Jones. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Oh, just the contact and trying to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Redick passes to Powell. Brunson with it. Here's Redick. Rebounded by Anthony.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That one falls.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Redick against McCollum. Down low, here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Passes it to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Cantor. And now Portland on the break. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Brunson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Hardaway. Powell against Brunson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Count that one. And here are the Mavericks now. Hardaway for three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Hardaway after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Shooting foul and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The game now all time. Lillard's got 5 now.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Dallas moving it around. Out to Porzingis. Jacks up a 3. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Cantor. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. To the middle. Here's Doncic. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision where he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now here's Doncic following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Kleba kicks to Richardson. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
It's Richardson on the wing. Outside Hardaway. There's the pass to Kleba. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Now Porzingis. Richardson outside. Clock at 6 to the inside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And some hang time on the rim puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
And here's Anthony from the arc. He dishes it to Cantor. Nobody near Lillard. No good on the three. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way. Everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 3. Simons the pass to Powell. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. 35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
A 3 from McCollum. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Brunson the pass to Redick. There's the 3. The shot will not fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong. Amped up and ready off the tip. And that'll...
Then I'm out and pass it off like it's a rally, yeah. I mean, relay 150 on the freeway, yeah.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Porzingis is doubled. Richardson gets a wide open look. The offensive rebound. Pass to Kleba. And here's Doncic from the arc. That shot missing. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Covington. Back to McCollum. Outside Covington. Passes it to Nurkic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington, and it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The dish to Nurkic. Out to Anthony. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. It's stolen by Jones. It's deflected. All going up court. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now here's Anthony, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Jones dishes to Cantor. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Jones. The 3. Up again, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Reddick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Powell. That's good from 17 feet away. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Anthony on the double team. Marjanovic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Anthony, and McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Outside, Jones dishes it to Nurkic. kicks to Cantor. McCollum outside. Back to Cantor. The pass to Nurkic. McCollum with the ball.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that ball.
Hardaway finds Powell. Now here's Marjanovic. Pass to Powell. That will count. Off target with that shot. It's all tied in Portland. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter roll. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Powell in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Outside, Covington. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Wow. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A different look for Dallas, where Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Good. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. From deep. The rebound by Marjanovic. Dallas shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Puts it up from 17. That shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Doncic with it. Jones covering. Got a piece of it. Covington with the steal. McCollum outside. Covington passes to McCollum. Kicks it out to Covington. Here's Lillard, covered by Redick. Lillard against Redick. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Lillard.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Redick passes to Porzingis. Back to Redick. To the paint. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard outside. The shot misses. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. The putback. It's good on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Passes to McCollum. Here's the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And so they foul intentionally. Foul, he's checked in for Jones. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. Richardson finds Doncic. Nurkic with the block. And he gets it back. And the pass to Finney-Smith. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good D by Covington. It's Powell on the wing. Covington against Richardson. Covington passes to Nurkic to the middle. Outside, Covington. Snatched away. Porzingis with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Pass to Kleba. Back to Richardson. Now Doncic. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Doncic throws it down.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
Over to the wing. Here's Lillard. Portland again missing. Porzingis with the ball. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a run. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David.
back screen for Bryant, who buries the buzzer beater. Barely got it off, but 2 points is 2 points.
The lights of downtown reflected. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Lillard looking around. Pass to Nurkic. He's off on that one. Good defense by Jokic. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Lillard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Murray kicks to Gordon. And there's the feed to Porter. Bucket is good.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Lillard outside. Passes it to McCollum. Dishes it to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Gordon finds Murray. And a wide open look for Porter. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got 5.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
And there's the pass to Covington. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Lillard misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jokic passes to Gordon. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Jokic. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Covington. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Magic in Orlando. Back to Powell. Lets it go with a 3. And stolen by Barton. I mean, that's a rugged play.
Gracious. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now here's McCollum.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
Barton kicks to Porter. Offensive rebound. Pass to Jokic. For 3, Murray. Rebound by Nurkic.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Powell buries it down low.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Barton. He is still scoreless so far in this one. And that one, good.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Covington dishes to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Denver with the ball. The Blazers getting the bucket. Murray the pass to Porter. For three. Murray, no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Powell, that's good.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here's Murray. Floats it up for Jokic. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the replay center out.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Denver. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the one. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, I enjoy.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Poked away, so it's Portland now. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Tough to win games like that on the road, even with all the great work they did.
Clark outside. Out to the right wing. Inside. 5 to shoot. Misses the corner three. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And then for Denver, Aaron Gordon comes in for JaVale McGee. And Murray subbed in for Clark. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Simons the pass to Kanter. Outside, Jones. Anthony left side. He dishes it to Kanter. Back to Anthony. Over Green. They get the rebound. Kanter. Second chance effort. With the second effort. And he lays it up and in. Kanter's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there. With the score this tight, man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Right side, Millsap. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Anthony with the drive. Simons the pass to Cantor. Here's Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. No good on the free throw. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Fouls checked in. Barton kicks to Jokic. Barton trying to get open. And again, Denver no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Nurkic the pass to Powell.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
For Portland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Lillard against Murray. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. And the basket by Lillard.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Passes it to McGee. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Barton against McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup. McCollum's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. The pass to Jokic. Kicks to Barton. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up for Jokic. That one goes. Count it. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Outside, Covington. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Nurkic, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Barton outside. Here's Jokic, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They're in better shape now than they were at one point. And that'll about do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Michael Porter. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. And there's Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the center. Here's Jokic, and the call on the, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Nurkic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. And now we've got the intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets.
And one thing about Millsap, he knows his role in this offense. Good shot selection from him on that one.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Simons surveying the D. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. Cantor trying to free himself up. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Lillard. Another shot. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Martin passes to Murray. Right wing. Porter in the corner. And finished off by Porter.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
And so they foul intentionally. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Here's McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's Dozier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Feeds to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Down low. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And an intentional foul right there. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shoots from the elbow. Goes back up. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good. And it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Here's Dozier. And it goes down 2 points. Dozier's got his first bucket of the night. 59 seconds left in the third. To the middle. Cantor finds McCollum. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
To the inside. It's stolen by Anthony. And now they decide to foul intentionally. The Trailblazers have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. Denver calls timeout.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. 35 seconds left to play in the third. Murray, the pass to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
No, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Cantor kicks to McCullough. Now the dish to Anthony. Back to McCollum. Pocket 6. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 8.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Gordon with no one around. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball.
Stay positive. Don't get down.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
And Jokic drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lillard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Passes it to Simons. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Murray right side. Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. Barton, no luck.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for them.
The feed to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell down low. Millsap's there. Nurkic finds Lillard inside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Porter's checked in for Paul Millsap. The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Covington with the steal. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the dunk by Powell.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Murray surveying the D. The pass to Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jokic kicks to Barton. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pass to Powell. Covington in the corner. Powell with it. Beyond the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
McCollum against Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. And so Murray nails both of them.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for Denver. Millsap comes in for Barton. McCollum against Murray. And it's McCollum off the drive. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Unloads. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Now, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Count that bucket. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
McCollum outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard from outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
3-pointer. McCollum, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Gordon, throws down the alley-oop slam.
A tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
McCollum outside. Not loose. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Millsap's running. It falls. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Yes!
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
Gordon kicks to McGee. Outside Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with a jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
7-foot shot, and it's blocked by Gordon. Denver calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
And the officials are signaling for a video review of the last-second buzzer beater. Boy, this game hangs in the balance of the review now.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And so it's Denver who comes